Yeah, that's what that is. It's a little conibear trap. That's for like muskrats or maybe even mink. They make big ones for beaver. So you guys ready to go on a little metal detecting adventure today? That's what we're getting ready to do. I'm in a brand new spot though. So you know how that goes. It could be loaded with relics and coins and all kinds of belt buckles, or might be absolutely nothing. Never been here before. Now, if we strike out completely, there is a spot not too far from here we can probably motor to, where I have found a few things in the past. Water's nice and clear. I've been dragging bottom quite a bit today so far just to get down to where I wanted to go. But we're almost there. See what do you say? You ready? Let's do it. One thing I have been seeing is a lot of big channel cats. So we finally made it to the spot that I want to check out. Now this is, or should be, a fording area. I actually came downstream. It's a little bit shallower up there. And what I'm going to do is park up the boat right here. We're going to walk up this way, up along the riverbank, and then we're going to turn around and come back the other side. And where it's more shallow, then we'll kind of crisscross in the middle too, where the soldiers should have walked and wagons should have moved. But let's go ahead and work up this bank to get started. Let me go ahead and dig a decent target, and then we'll turn the camera back on. Might see you tomorrow, who knows? Well, I thought I'd go ahead and show you my first find, which is it's a railroad spike, but it's the old style. So this could very well be Civil War era. And there is a railroad not too far from here. This is the reason I came downstream and working my way up, because this is just where I've been walking. You see how muddy it is. And so if we work upstream, it'll be more clear. So that's what we're going to do. I thought I had an artillery shell. Got a decent iron signal, looked down and saw this. This is actually a oil filter off of a car, truck, or even a tractor, or a hydraulic filter. Actually kind of stinks. I just found a fired modern bullet. Yeah, looks like some type of weird fired bullet. Looks like rifling marks. Found a couple. Well, I got good news and bad news. Bad news is that there's dig holes everywhere. Someone's been digging here already. I haven't found anything good yet, but there are some targets here. This is a little stringer of split shot, fishing weights. So there are some squeakers, but there's so many dig holes. I think I'm just going to move on. In fact, I'm already working my way back down to the boat, and yeah, we'll hunt here just a little bit longer until I get to the boat, and then we'll head to another spot that might be better, I hope. It's a little bit more remote than this. This is pretty close to a road. The boat's right down there, and when we first started, I was finding a lot of fired bullets. And on this side of the river, I'm finding the casing. So whoever was shooting was standing on this bank right behind me and shooting across the river. Lots of signals here. There could be some Civil War stuff mixed in, but let's go to, I just want to go to a spot where I feel like it's not really been hammered really hard in the last couple of weeks. So I moved away from the first stop and kind of came up the river a little ways. Trying to hit some iron and stuff. I just dug this thing. Got like a little handle on it. I haven't looked at it yet. But, oh, it's heavy. Wow. Big old piece of steel. I actually found a piece similar to this, a little smaller though, a few minutes ago that was melted. That's a weird little thing right there. I'm not sure what it is. Almost looks like a lid to something. Definitely got a little thing you spin on top of it. Huh, weird. Lots of iron. I'm not getting any non-ferrous signals though. It's just all this chunks of iron like this. We'll keep moving along. Hopefully we'll get into something before this day's over. Getting close already. So I've gone up river a long ways. In fact, I'm almost back to the boat ramp. But there's a little stretch right here that for some reason just looks really good to me. There's no ford here that I know of. In fact, it looks pretty deep. But what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up along the bank as best we can. There's some fields up there, so who knows? It could have been a camp. I really don't know. I did just find a fired bullet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be more of a modern bullet. But I don't know. It's got a really hollow base though. But looks like a good old lead. That's the first target of this potentially awesome spot. We'll know in a few minutes. So just a couple feet from that nasty old bullet I just found, I just discovered a bale seal, or like a cloth seal of some kind. That's 50 on one side. The other side is PAL. PAL. Not sure. Awesome, man. This might be the honey hole right there, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. Well, we're not skunked. A mini ball. All right, we have a genuine Civil War mini ball that's been turned into a fishing weight or fishing sinker. That's a nice little 58 caliber. I love finding these things. Now, this could be Civil War era. It could be a camp right up above us, or this could have been done after the war, because you know these things were laying around by the millions, and you know, it was a pretty cheap way to make a fishing weight. Time will tell. If we start finding some dropped ones, it will more likely tell us that there's a camp right up there in the field. It's awesome, dude. I didn't get you out for it because it was kind of deep, and it's really murky now from me walking around. So I'm getting a lot of good signals out here. There are one or two modern, well, two modern sinkers. A lot of good signals. It's hard for me to get down though, hold my breath, get down and recover the items. So what I might do is come back with a weight belt. I need something with a little bit of weight to keep me down. Guess I got too lardy over this past winter. I'm hoping to get an area that's just a little bit more shallow than this, that has a bunch of targets. So we still have a long way to go up along here. So we're going to kind of cut, you know, stay to the side for right now, just in case that is a camp and they might have thrown some good stuff over the hill. Still moving up river, both sides, middle, not really finding much, but I do see a little conibear trap. This muck that's in here, I guess it's algae. It is putrid, stinky. Oh my God, it's horrible. But anyway, I think it's a conibear down there. What do you think? Muskrat trap. Nah, where'd it go? It's kind of funny because the reason I came over here, I saw that pile of stuff, and I thought that might be a beaver lodge. So we're gonna go look at it. But then as I was walking, I saw what I think's a conibear. It is. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a little conibear trap. That's for like muskrats or maybe even mink. They make big ones for beaver. In fact, I found one in the yesterday, the day before. I'm not sure if you're going to see the video because I really didn't find much else. But let's go look at that. If that's a beaver lodge, I'll show it to you. And if not, we'll just keep moving. I can't tell if it's getting dark or just going to get a storm. But I'm headed back upriver. All this slime, algae, whatever it is, this must come up during the day. Because when I came down through here, you know, 4 or 5 hours ago, it was not near as much of this stuff in here. It's just everywhere now, and of course it gets caught up in the impeller of my my little jet pump there, so it's kind of a pain. Well, I guess it was a storm. Not hearing any lightning though, so well, not hearing thunder or seeing lightning, so we'll just keep hunting. I want to get a little further upriver though. Geez. Get out from underneath these trees. Don't need any of those limbs coming down on us. Well, it's still raining, but I figured we'll just dig a little bit longer. We're up in a kind of a new area, and I had a big signal there, and I dug it, and it is a lock. Big old lock. Looks like it's broken open. So yeah, that's pretty cool right there. This is a fording area for sure. I have detected here before. Found a few things, not a lot, but at least we got a lock today. It's not quite as dark as it was earlier, is it? Well, I finally found another bullet. This is the ford right here, and like I said, I found a few things here in the past, but not a lot. But this is definitely a Civil War bullet. This is a Williams cleaner. I can tell by the base. Faint, you can see just two faint rings right there, or grooves. But yeah, I don't know if that's fired or just was dropped in the ford and run over a couple times by wagons or horses. But it's definitely a Civil War bullet. All right, let's hang around here for a bit. What do you say? Nice and shallow, targets are easy to get to, and there seems to be a few left at least. Man, it's a big old, I guess that's a stone wedge right there. That's pretty cool. That probably fell off a wagon going through the ford. Awesome. Definitely going to keep that one. So I'm still in this little fording area, and I haven't really dug too much else except like 2 homemade sinkers. Just dug one right there. So yeah, that's like a piece of lead with a hole in it. Of course, that's a squared off piece of lead with a hole in it. That's where somebody made homemade sinker. These were like cut with a sharp knife or some type of blade. That one anyway. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that could be Civil War era. We'll keep looking around and see what else we can come up with. A little signal there, and I just kind of swiped it with my hand. I think it might be a little carbine bullet or a little pistol bullet from the Civil War. Let's go over there and take a look at it together. Yes, indeedy, that's 100% a Civil War bullet. That's a Colt Dragoon, I do believe. Big old pistol bullet. Let's look around here some more, see what else we can find. Might be a few more in here. I think we have another bullet just a few feet away from that Colt bullet. Let's go and look at it together. I have not picked it up yet. Oh yeah, that's a beauty right there. That's a drop mini ball. Might be a little bit smushed from being run over in the Ford. Horse might have stepped on it, or a wagon might have run over it. But yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm kind of in a cool little spot right here. I didn't get you out because it's really cloudy, but I'm finding a bunch of these like homemade sinkers. That's a pretty cool little neat a spider, something crawling my arm. That's a neat little one right there, isn't it? Yeah, it might be made out of a bullet. You can see it's got like that weird base on it. But yeah, so there's a bunch of them in here. I don't have a lot of time, so at least we did find some stuff here. Maybe we'll come back. Yeah, give me about another five targets and we'll go. I just don't want to get dark on me before it gets to the boat ramp. I got a spider or something on the inside of my shirt. Well, there it is, my first half a horseshoe in the Ford. Now I know this is a Ford because it's on a map as a Ford, but this is the first horseshoe I've found. Isn't that weird? The sky's kind of getting a little dark over there. I can hear a little thunder, but I'm going to give it another couple minutes. Just a couple feet away, I found another half a horseshoe. It's a much smaller one, of course. We're going to stick in this little spot right here, because what that tells me is this might be exactly where the Ford is. And if they're losing horseshoes, you know, horses are going to be tumbling over, wagons are going to be flipping over, so this might be a good spot to find other stuff. So we'll give it a go here just a little bit longer, right where these horseshoes are. Pretty much the same area where the horseshoes are coming from, and I just dug a beautiful axe head. You can see it still has part of the wood handle in it. Same hole, so this must have been a trying spot for the wagons right here. Need a little bag of gold coins is next. So I'm just going to do a quick wrap up because I need to get up the river and back to the truck before it gets dark. We didn't do too bad considering. You know, trying out a new spot, you just never know. That didn't work out today. And the old spot, I found a few things. So what do we have? We have you know, a couple good Civil War bullets there, 3 or 4 at least, and some nice sinkers. That's probably a bullet that's been flattened out. Well, that's hot. That's on my mufflers right there. So I hope you enjoyed that little adventure. We're gonna get going. I can hear some thunder off in the distance, so I'll see yuzzins on the next one. You be there.
She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or